Surrounding areas, you have tuned into the free-range human show of choice. Your daily dose of reality radio starts now. This is the Clay Edwards Show, and I am Clay Edwards. You're listening live on 103.9 WYAB, or you're streaming worldwide at WYAB.com or on the TuneIn app. Just go search WYAB, whatever works best for you. We take our product to the people. Wherever it is easier for you guys to listen, we're going to try to be there. All right, good morning. I'm rolling on about 4 hours sleep tonight. I went to the Breaking Benjamin concert last night out there at the Brandon Amphitheater with my buddies with the Gray family. I appreciate Mason, Grant, and Ridge for inviting me out. We had a good time. I've got about a 20-year relationship with the band Breaking Benjamin. The first three times they came to Jackson, I was the promoter. Brought them to my clubs back in the day when they were kind of coming up through the ranks, and always remained friends with them. One of the few bands that's still out there, still has the same core of guys working with them and for them, and kind of one of the few bands I can pick up the phone and call and say, "Hey, man, what can you do for a brother?" And I get taken care of. We waited till the very last minute yesterday before I decided for sure if we could go or not, and called up their head of security and was like, "Hey, what you got, man?" They hooked us up with some fantabulous seats, and we got to enjoy Seether and Breaking Benjamin. And I missed the first couple bands. I was hanging out in the little community bank VIP thing in the air conditioning. More so than anything, if you get an opportunity to go to the community bank VIP at the Brandon Amphitheater, especially this time of year, the bartenders are great, absolutely rock stars. Love all of those folks. They take such good care of everybody. But the real MVP is the air conditioning and the private restrooms. So whoever paid for those that let us have those wristbands, thank you. And I ran into some people last night, so I want to give a shout out here. I don't do this all the time, but I will. You just got to let me know. I was told that there's a lot of women that work at Community Bank, that in their accounting department or their office or whatnot, and that they listen to the Clay Edwards Show podcast a lot when they're up there working on the weekends and doing stuff of that nature. So I want to give a shout out to those ladies and any others out there that are listening. We do appreciate you. It's easy to think that we just have this huge male audience. But I run into a lot of women that say, "Hey, man, thank you for fighting. Thank you for saying those things. I can't say that because I maybe would lose my job. But we appreciate you doing it." Well, look, man, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for you guys listening. So you're as integral of a part of what we do as I am. So I mean that. Same for our sponsors. We would not be able to do this without those guys providing the financial support that they do for us to get up here and do that. And with that said, I want to introduce a new sponsor. I don't even like the word sponsor. How about partner? I want to introduce a new partner to the show. And this has been a long time coming. And it's funny how God works things out. Because, I don't harass sponsors or potential sponsors or partners about advertising. I just try to put enough good out there in the world that hopefully they'll reach out to me and say, "Hey, man, I would like to be a part of what you got going on." And that's how we try to build this, because that's building a good foundation right there. And I'm not saying don't get out and hustle and be a good salesperson. We do that as well too. But for the most part, I try to team up with folks that really represent what we do here at the show, and they can handle a little heat if it ever gets too hot. And somebody who has decided they're about that life is my friend Hunter over at Guns and Gear. We want to welcome Hunter to the show. As you guys know, we have a text line. And I'll give you that number out right now. It's 769-241-1944. For the foreseeable future, that will now be the Guns and Gear text line. So thank you to Guns and Gear for teaming up, partnering up with the Clay Edwards Show here at WYAB. Very gracious, and we do appreciate that. And we hope that people will get out there and show their support for Guns and Gear. Locally owned, locally operated. I know they sell ammo with no max limit, so you can go out there and buy as much as you want. And that, my friends, is a good thing. And as they start talking about gas reaching $10 a gallon and inflation being a there's not a word that I can say on the radio, a pain in the butt. I believe the more bullets you have, the better off you're going to be. We're going to end up trading in commodities that isn't cash here before long. So I hope you have a bartering system in place before somebody barters you out of your belongings with their bullets. Anyway, well, look, man, we appreciate Guns and Gear. They're located right over there on Highway 51. I forget the name of that shopping center. Y'all know where they are, man. What are we getting? The address 1716 Highway 51, right there in Madison. So be sure to get out there and see those guys and let them know you heard it on the Clay Edwards Show. Go follow them on Facebook. They're a great Facebook follow. And I hadn't even told Hunter this, but they have a billboard over on Old Fannin. And in that billboard, it says, "Let's go Brandon" in it. And I was like, man, that takes a sack right there. I don't care what you are, who you are. That's cool. And a lot of people run from that as businesses. But again, woke businesses love to tell us how woke they are. We're so woke. We're so woke. Exclusivity, diversion, inclusivity, and equality. D-I-E, die. One of Democrats' favorite things to do, die. So when you get a company like Guns and Gear that'll put a billboard up that says, "Let's go Brandon" in it, that inspired my Auto Armor commercials, where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be who I am. I'm a 100% unapologetically patriotic American. My name is Clay Edwards, and I do not support Joe Biden. Yeah, it's like, it's okay to let people know who they're doing business with. So, if folks don't want to do business with me because of my political beliefs, I probably don't want to do business with you either. So win-win. But his billboard inspired that. So I had not told him that. So I dig it, man. These are the kind of folks we want to team up with here. Folks who have their hand in the pot of the culture war, stirring that pot. I'm all about that. So if y'all want to text in, 769-241-1944 is the Guns and Gear text line. Hey, if calling in is your thing, the Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Flowwood phone line is 601-879-0002. After almost 12 years in the car business, I have to exaggerate car stuff because everything in the car business is over the top and exaggerated. God knows if you've ever seen a car commercial or heard a car commercial around here, you can't just be boring when you do Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Flowwood. All right, man. So look, met a lot of y'all last night at the concert. Thank y'all. It was a pleasure. Anytime you get the haters on Twitter, they're like, "Oh, Clay, nobody listens to your show. Nobody listens to your show." Well, I meet a bunch of complete strangers every time I stumble into a concert that tell me otherwise. So to all those complete strangers that are listening this morning and the people who aren't complete strangers, thank y'all. Also saw my buddy Fred Harley last night for a split second as I was walking to the restroom. Didn't get to really talk to him. Fred, what's up, brother? It was great seeing you last night. Hope you enjoyed the concert as much as I did. Coming up here in the next couple segments, we'll have Anson Walker for our weekly Walker lifestyle segment. And when I have guests on like that or partners on, I try to avoid controversial stuff. But I'm gonna grab Anson's hand and we're gonna jump. I can't talk this morning. Jump in the grease together because I want to talk about this fat girl on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit thing. And look, this ain't a knock on fat folks. I've lost 50, 60 pounds. I'm still fat. Like if you didn't know me and you just saw me walking somewhere, you'd be like, that's still a fat guy. So I feel like I can still talk about this. America has an unhealthy obsession with pushing just whatever and anything to the top now, just because it'll serve some purpose. Promoting body positivity for overweight people is very, very dangerous for that overweight person's health. We don't need to be doing that. I mean, if you got it, look, bro, if you like big girls, by all means. If you're a big girl, by all means, I'm not hating on you. Same for guys. I'm not hating on any of you, but we all know when we're big, it ain't healthy. Period. So to promote that'd be like Muscle and Fitness, putting me on the cover right now. I don't get it. So anyway, I want to talk to Anson about all that, and And I believe, here's the end of the day. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. I believe there's some mental health issues going on with something like that. When you're a female that weighs 300 pounds and you get in a bikini on the cover of Sports Illustrated, there's some mental health concerns there. I don't believe all your faculties are there. And I believe you're being lied to by some folks. So there's that. Look, bouncing around in my short time when it's just us this morning, I got a video sent to me last night by a concerned Jacksonian who is braver than I am, by the way, because he was actually at a Highway 80 gas station at the corner of Ellis and Highway 80. I'm guessing after midnight last night. I'll tell you exactly what time because I'm just kind of curious here. And I've posted this video. Let's see here. All right, he sent it to me at 12:45 a.m. I was snoozing by that point. There's a situation that pops off at the gas station right there on the corner of Ellis and 80. A guy walks in and out a couple of times, and he's going back in and arguing with somebody. The typical Democrat gibberish that they do. And then you see him either punch or slap, but you can't see the other person. Well, then the other person steps into the frame because my buddy's in the parking lot filming inside the gas station. So you can only see, what you can see there at the doorway. This old dude started whooping a girl's butt. And she starts swinging back. And then, just when you think you've seen it all, another dude randomly walks in, pulls a gun on old boy. Which, I support that. I mean, if you're going to carry, that seems like a good reason to carry. So if you want to see this video, it is on the Save Jackson Twitter. Just go to @SaveJXN or type in my name, but you're easier to find it if you just go @SaveJXN. I also just loaded it to the Save Jackson YouTube channel too. Do the same. Just go type in Save JXN, and it should be there also. So we will see. Somebody just texted in on the Guns and Gear text line and says, just saw the cover. Gross. Yeah. I guess they're doing several other covers also. And I know I heard Mike Madison talk about this yesterday, and I'd been sitting on this for a little bit, but I saw Sports Illustrated's Instagram post. And I think the girl's name is Mia Yim, something like that. She's a very big, overweight Asian lady. And look, to each your own. Again, not hating, just pointing out the obvious here. It isn't healthy. And this is, what can't she do? Push away from the table was the first thing that came to my mind. That's what she apparently can't do. And it's hard. Look, brother, I feel your pain, or sister, or whatever you are. I don't want to misgender. It's hard. But that's the first thing that I thought of when I saw, what can't she do? Push away from the dang table. All right, you're listening to the Clay Edwards Show. We'll be right back on 103.9 WYAB.
America, you love your country, so it goes without saying that you also love your ride. And Auto Armor in Flowood wants to help you make that ride shine. Auto Armor in Flowood is Central Mississippi's premier automotive detail and ceramic coating shop, servicing any type of vehicle, including ATVs, boats, and more. Need just a quick detail or paint correction? Auto Armor can make it happen. But if you're set to hit the road in a blaze of glory while flying the old red, white, and blue, Auto Armor should be your first and last call to give your ride a full ceramic coating. Auto Armor is locally owned and operated by the loud and proud American patriot Clay Edwards. Auto Armor also proudly backs the blue, all military and first responders. So don't forget to ask for your discount. Call 601-260-0858. 601-260-0858. Or stop in today, fellow Americans. Auto Armor is located at 4394 Mangum Drive in Flowood. Online at AutoArmorMS.com. Auto Armor, unapologetically American.
Free-range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. This is the Clay Edwards Show, and it's brought to you by the Mississippi Carters Association and Drive Your Line. Look, they got a big race this Saturday. May 21st, right out there at Buddy Butts Park. Get out there, check them out. All the racing action starts around noon, and you will not regret getting out there. Going to be a blast. You can check them out online at Mississippi Karting Association on Facebook or misskarting.com. That's misskarting.com. And if you have any questions about carts, parts, accessories, getting into the, go-kart racing from the logistical end of actually getting a cart, contact Christy Kendall at Drive Your Line. You can find her at driveyourline.com. She's very, very approachable. She loves to talk. I'm chatting with her now as I talk. So Chrissy is a godsend to this community. What she's doing and bringing karting back over there, and really putting a shot of adrenaline into the Karters Association. It's great. They got a great relationship with the city of Jackson. At least somebody does. So I'm glad it's her and her crew, because they're actually boots on ground doing something. So support that. I look at it almost like a ministry. I do. It's got kids out there doing good stuff. So let's support the Mississippi Karters Association and Drive Your Line. And Christy Kendall, she's good folks. I know you've heard her here on the radio if you've listened for any amount of time. And I'm sure maybe she'll call in tomorrow to talk about the big race. So let's get out there this Saturday. Buddy Butts Park, Mississippi Karters Association, doing their thing. All right, in studio, my friend, my compadre. I got him fired up over there. He's unseen the picture of the chunky swimsuit model. Anson B. Walker is live in the studio with the Walker Lifestyle.
Good morning, my man. How are you doing?
I'm good, brother. A little fired up this morning.
Yeah, you're surfing this morning, man. You're riding that wave, and I enjoyed every second of it on my way over here.
Well, look, man, I'd made a couple notes in your book to talk about, and we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think this is more current events, we'll say it, and I think it goes back to, we got to quit telling people that however you are, you're perfect. Because it's unhealthy. It's doing them an injustice.
This is a perfect example of every kid gets a trophy.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I'm sitting here and I wish I could unsee this, but unfortunately I can't.
And if I actually sent you the whole post, a link to it, you can swipe, and it gets worse.
Okay. Dude, beautiful girl. She's probably a beautiful person, inside. And she's pretty outside, but she's about 60 pounds overweight. And what she doesn't realize, or what her parents have not informed her, she's on her way to type 1 diabetes. That's where she's headed. And then you bring on a whole bunch of other health risks. And dude, she doesn't even look 30 years old to me. No. She looks 28 years old to me.
Yeah, and I say that she is an attractive woman, because you imagine if she could get on a little carnivore, a little keto, and some intermittent fasting, and get with a great trainer like yourself.
Well,
give 90 days,
bro,
she could be a real swimsuit.
And literally in a year, she could lose a person. I mean, she could lose 60 pounds, 70 pounds.
The right way.
The right way, and she'd keep it off forever. But no, somebody's filled her up full of BS about, it's okay, embrace your fatness, or whatever, however you want to say it. Just basically what you said on the way over here. It's bullcrap. And I don't tell people like that. Now, dude, I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not, dude. I love everybody, dude. I got a lot of imperfections, man. Just ask my fiance.
Bro, let me say this. Sometimes the truth has to be ugly.
It does. You're right.
Sometimes people need to hear.
Well,
Clay, I call it getting a good tune-up.
Yeah.
Every now and then you need a good tune-up.
Dude, the truth hurts. And, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. Me and Tiffany, we had our pre-marriage counseling a couple weeks ago with Bill Buckley, great friend of mine, awesome dude. And he said a couple things to me that hit home, and I'll keep that between us. But, dude, it was like, you're right. I needed to hear that. Mm-hmm. And he was right, And so I appreciate the honesty and the transparency there with Bill, because that's going to help me be a better man, be a better husband, and in turn, that's going to help my wife. So
look, I don't think this person will mind me telling this story. Chad Wesley has been one of my friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to have very thin skin. And Chad confronted me one time about my drinking.
Yeah.
And I snapped. And we almost got into a fist fight.
How old were you, Clay?
Well, this wasn't, sadly, this wasn't so long ago that.
Okay.
That it was about 5 years ago.
I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah. So I snapped at Chad. We almost get into a fist fight at a bar. But now when people tell me about something, they're giving me constructive criticism.
Yeah.
now I embrace that, and I've learned that person loves me.
Yeah.
If they built up the courage to tell me I'm stepping in the wrong lane, I'm going to listen to it, because most people are just going to lie to you to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
So if you've got a friend that's a good enough friend to tell you, hey man, you got an issue here. It may be time to take a look in that mirror that you always talk about, and address this issue. And hindsight's 20/20, of course. But we're actually way better friends because of it now.
I love it.
You know?
Well, and that took guts of him to do that.
Yeah.
But he did that. You know, I always say it. One of the highest forms of love is discipline, and that's what he was doing, man. He cares about you, and he don't want to see you fail, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, it was. And I just think everybody needs that.
Yeah.
Facebook memories are a nice reminder of stuff like that. I actually thought about this yesterday before I got on this rant about this swimsuit thing. But you'll see. I saw a picture. I went and saw Breaking Benjamin last night.
Yeah.
And I decided to look at an old picture of the last time I got to hang out with the band. It was down on the coast several years back. And I was looking at how badly I was dressed. Baggy camouflage shorts, a big belt buckle with the front of my shirt tucked into it, horrible hairdo.
Yeah.
I was looking, mid-2000s.
Right.
Terrible Lincoln Park style dress. And I'm thinking to myself, did I not have any friends? I mean, did I not a single friend to step in and say, Clay, you look terrible.
That's
awesome. Put on some blue jeans and find a shirt that fits.
Yeah.
Well,
getting back, look, I don't want to hit it all day, but, getting back to this girl, very unhealthy. She's been lied to. She's been deceived. And, somebody needs to tell her that she's grossly overweight. Yeah, and that's a fact.
Well, pivoting from that, and I'll put a period on this.
Yeah,
I believe that's a form of mental illness.
I agree.
Or it's going to create a mental illness, and I don't mean that as in a rude thing, as an insult. I'm just saying that when she does get some adversity, or somebody finally does tell her the truth, it's going to punch her a lot harder.
Oh yeah,
after she's been lied to and propped up and all this for X amount of time. When we wake up from this woke dream that we're in,
that's right,
and reality sets back in, and you actually have to earn your trophy versus getting one for participation, it's going to create some self-esteem issues for her.
Yeah. Well, and it's 2022, so I mean it's kind of par for the course. The last couple of year and a half, it really is.
Frankly, I'm surprised she's not also a guy.
Yeah. No, duh. I know. It's just, bro. I feel like right now we're living in a Saturday Night Live skit that's gone wrong. That's what I feel like every day.
It's a Twilight Zone, bro.
It is. It's crazy, and I refuse to buy into the madness. I'm not going to live like that, Clay. I know you're not either. So that's why we're buddies.
Yeah. Well, look, pivoting from that, let's pretend that girl walks into Start Fitness and says, I want to sign up with the Walker lifestyle. I saw him on the website.
Yeah.
I'm a member of the website, but I can't do it by myself. I want to walk into the gym and do it. What do you do with her, Anson? So
we're going to sit down and do this. This is how crazy it is now. When I do a consult, it's out in the lobby on the couch. I don't do anything in my office. You just can't. But I'm going to sit down with her and say, what's her name?
Yum.
We're going to go with Y. So I'm going to say, Y, here's the deal. You're overweight. You didn't get overweight overnight. Okay, this didn't happen this month. This didn't happen 3 weeks ago. This happened over the last several years. I said, you've got a bunch of bad habits that you're doing right now. You're consistently doing bad habits. So we're going to have to switch that. And so what I need you to do is I need you to show up at this gym 5 days a week. Okay, I'll probably work with you 2 or 3 of those days. The other days I'm going to text you what I want you to do. And I said, we're fixing to start moving. And with her, because she's so heavy, we can't do any high-impact stuff, which I don't do high-impact stuff anyway, but we're not going to do anything like a lot of people say, well, how much I need to start running. Well, if you start running at that weight, you're going to have shin splints less than a week, and then you're hurt, and then you're back to where you started. So we're going to do low-impact stuff. We're going to lift weights. They're going to be light, but we're going to lift weights because we're going to burn more calories lifting weights than we can with running. And, dude, I'm going to hold her hand. The first time it may be 20 minutes. The second time it may be 25 minutes, but we're going to work slow, and then literally within it's usually 60 to 90 days that light bulb goes off in people's heads, and they realize, okay, lifestyle, not diet. Lifestyle, not diet. Lifestyle works because the results are permanent. Diet doesn't work because the results are temporary. And once I get that mentality, once I get that brain on board, and then I'm there, and dude, I'm texting every day. My new clients, man, I hold them accountable. I'm their friend. I'm going to walk them through this thing. If they show up, I'll take care of the rest. And that's what we do, man. And then slowly We start with get the nutrition about the second or third month. I'm helping with the meals, stuff like that. But you can't absorb all that stuff the first week or 2 weeks because there's so much at you.
It's no different than going to starting a new, not just a new job, but a new career.
Yeah.
Man, my first 3 months in the car business back in 2011, it was like learning a new language.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, I mean, you just figuring out where the bathroom is.
Yep.
And a lifestyle change for your health is no different.
That's a great way to put it, man. It's like it's almost like you're going. If you're getting ready to buy a house, that's a process that goes in there. You don't buy a house overnight. That's a month, 2 month process. Building a house is a year process. Dude, we're basically building a foundation to build your new house, and that's what we're doing. So
great analogy. Yeah. All right, let's take a break real quick. We got Anson B. Walker with the Walker Lifestyle and the all-new Walker Lifestyle, thewalkerlifestyle.com. Website is up and rolling, and his new book, Free to Be the Best Me, available now at Amazon. Check it out. We'll be right back here on The Clay Edwards Show with Anson B. Walker on 103.9 WYAB. All right, welcome back into The Clay Edwards Show. We are live here on 103.9 WYAB. If you want to call in, the Mac Hike of Flowood, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram phone line is 601-879-0002. The text line, the Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. And this segment is brought to you by Lakeland Glass and Tint, where quality matters, right over there on Lakeland Drive. Check them out for all of your home, car, and business window tinting needs, and for your vehicle, automobile windshield replacement needs, as well as turning your wall, your vehicle, your trailer, or anything else you have into a rolling billboard or just a billboard inside your business. You go to a restaurant, you'll see a wall wrap with their menu on it, their counter wrap with their logo, whatever. They can do that. Want your business logo put on your windows in front of your business, like a window tint, they can do that too. Get at them. They're doing wraps now, long story short. 601-946-1000 or LakelandGlassandTint.com. All right, Anson B. Walker, thewalkerlifestyle.com. Free to Be the Best Me, the new best-selling book. Available on Amazon. He's in studio with us for our weekly Walker Lifestyle segment. Anson, let's jump into the book.
All right.
This is Free to Be the Best Me. We're on page 70. And this is just, what do you call this section here? I guess just the ground rules for the Walker lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I love the first one here. And it's simple. It's commit like a convict, be consistent. Anson, break that down for us.
Well, in my life, so obviously you can't help, if you spend 31 days in jail, you're going to have some significant things you remember, okay? And so when I was in jail, that's when my mind started transforming, and I said, you know what, if, I was pleading with God, if I can get out of here, I'll be the best Christian man that you've ever seen. If you give me a second chance, God, I'm pleading with God every day in jail. And, dude, about toward the end of it, I realized I think I'm going to get through this. I think I'm going to get a second chance in life. I was able to pay everybody back with 6% interest, restitution, all that. And, dude, I just committed to being first of all, a better Christian, a better man, and then my mental health, man. I was in a bad place when I went in mentally. And so I said, from now on, my lifestyle, I'm going to commit like a convict. I'm going to do my scripture every day. I'm going to get a better relationship with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm going to be a better man. I want to have some honor, some integrity. So I want to live like that. And I also want to do that in the gym. Okay, I want to do that with food that I'm putting in my body. And so I wanted to commit like a convict. I wanted to be consistent. And I try to get a little bit better every day. I'm better today, Clay, than I was yesterday, and that's a fact.
Amen. All right, now, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. We had a great show yesterday with Miss Christiane Williams, about mental health, and she leads an organization. And I think this next step here is a big part of a good mental health, and that is staying positive.
Yeah.
Anson, tell us about this.
Well, there's two things you control in your life, actually three things. One, you control your attitude all the time. So you control that. You control your effort all the time. When you show up with a bad attitude at work and you're half A-double-S-ing around, you're stealing from your employer and you're stealing from yourself, and that's the way I view it. The other thing is you control, how people drive you nuts? Well, guess what? You control how you react to other people, okay, 100% of the time. Don't let those people ruin it for you. Don't let them rule your life. Nobody controls me but God Almighty, and that's it.
All right, so I catching myself possibly having feeling like a hypocrite moment here because I agree with the staying positive, but I also think that you need. We go back to the overweight swimsuit model there.
Let me give you
where does the line get blurred between staying positive and living a lie?
So here's what I do, Clay. If I watch the news 2 or 3 times a day, like most people I know, I would slip my wrist. Because the reality is, it's pretty bleak. It is. There's only the sane and the normal people. I'm beginning to think we're almost a minority. Okay, maybe we're not. I hope I'm wrong. But if I watch that negativity stuff all day,
I like silent majority.
yeah, I hope. But dude, so anyway, but if I did, or if I look at that swimsuit thing, like I didn't even see that till I came in here. I just don't. I can't live like that. And that's just, now I'm not trying to say I'm living in a bubble. I keep up with everything. I do. My brother's a econ teacher. My brother's wife's an econ teacher. So I know what's going on, but I can't dwell in that because if I did, I would have a dadgum heart attack. And that's what I'm talking about. Staying positive.
Got it. Here's one that I like a lot. Here, it's make friends and family with fitness, and that's a big one because as you're going down this journey to healthier eating, healthier lifestyle, the whole 9 yards, you need people in your circle who are not going to try to derail you. I'm just going to use Applebee's as a catch-all here.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, let's go get some Dollaritas.
Yeah.
Let's go eat some fried chicken. Let's go, let's go do what we do. You need people who are on the health and fitness train with you. It makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. Let me tell you this. Some of the best people that I've met in my entire life are at the gym, whether it was at the gym in California, whether it was the gym in Frisco, Texas, whether it was the gym in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, who I'm still dear friends with, and then now here at Stark and Gluckstadt. And dude, and here's why. Most people at the gym have one thing in common: their mental and physical health. They're trying to increase it. The people that go to the gym are winners. Okay, they're not stupid. They're the best of the best. They're your lawyers, your doctors, your business owners, your Americana. And that's why I love the gym and the crowd at the gym, because it's the best of the best. And when you rub elbows with people like that, you can't help but become better. And that's true for me.
And let me say this: as you go to the gym and you get healthier, that's the best vaccine you can get.
Yes. Absolutely.
Against anything. There's not just COVID.
You're building your immune system. And I had a buddy of mine. He's coming back Monday. He's been gone for a year. But he texted me. He said, Anson, I hadn't seen you, and I hadn't been up there in 14 months. I've been sick 3 times this year. He said, when I was training with you, I wasn't sick. And that's no coincidence. That's a fact. And his immune system's weak now. He's put on about 20 pounds. But we're going to get him Monday. He's a good friend of mine. I can't wait to see him and get him back in there.
Yeah, look, Anson, when I was the 3 years I was in the gym 5 days a week, never got sick.
Yeah.
Not one single time. Since then, my immune system for the first year was still solid, but that second year of not being back in the gym, which would have been 2020, I guess, or 2020, however it worked out.
Right.
I was sick 3 times. Heck, I didn't get COVID to the end of to the first month of January, till January of this year.
Right.
But I had those sinus infections. Yeah. 48-hour, 72-hour bugs. This, that, and the other. Well, I'd gone 3-4 years without ever getting sick.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence, man. When you're working out, you're active, you're using your body, you're using your muscles, you increase everything good about you. You decrease anxiety, you decrease depression, you decrease all the bad stuff, you decrease blood pressure when you're active and when you're physically engaged.
Absolutely. Anson, you had a few things you wanted to talk about today, didn't you?
Yeah, just a couple. Last week I left off at this point, and I wanted to read this. And I got, how many seconds have I got for this segment?
You got 5 minutes.
All right, so this is pretty cool. Again, this book is my opinion. Okay, I stand by it, and I'll double down on it because I believe it 100% true. I will never steer you in the wrong direction intentionally. But everybody's different, yet everybody benefits from strength training. There are some exercises or lifts that I avoid, but overall I like them all. There's a benefit whenever you're stressing muscles the right way. That's when they grow. That's when they strengthen. In general, also avoid exercises that can offer high risk of injury. I know Olympic lifts are popular in some gyms, but they're not performed with precision, then you can really get hurt. So if your form is not good, you're going to get hurt. It's a matter of time. I like dumbbells. I like machines. I like to do a little bit of it all. I like the abdominal balls. They all work. The key is identifying what you need. For example, when you see people who walk hunched over, you might think they need a chiropractor, but there's another reason. They've gone years and years without stretching and strengthening their hamstrings. Along with the glutes, this group of muscles are the biggest ones we have. Weak hamstrings pull the hip forward, which causes the back and neck to compensate. You ever seen the old couple at church, and it's usually the old man, he's walking hunched over?
Absolutely.
He's gone 90 years of his life and never stretched his hamstrings. There you go. Yeah. That's just a little simple thing. It's an easy fix.
Once it gets that bad, can it be corrected through stretching?
It can. Now, it may never be 100%, but through stretching, he can probably get it back to 80%.
You know, we used to laugh and make fun of stuff like yoga when we were younger.
Yeah.
You know, but it looks like they were really onto something with the limberness.
I used to make fun of yoga till I did yoga. I got mad respect for yoga. I do a form of yoga every week just to keep me as loose as I can. Yoga's hard, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to guess like Brazilian jiu-jitsu guys would benefit a lot from stuff like yoga.
Dude,
and all that.
Anybody benefits from that. Us knucklehead guys, we don't like to stretch because it's not real cool and it's kind of feminine, you know. No, stretching's cool. Being strong, being flexible is cool.
That's all I like having the gym at the shop is I can shut those doors and I can stretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be as feminine looking as I want to be. Nobody's going to see it.
Exactly. And let me close out with this little part here. Here are 4 guidelines to keep in mind. When strength training, exercise a different muscle group each day. So when my people come in the gym, we do something different every day. Okay, it's never the same thing. Number 2, muscle fatigue is the goal. You're in there to stress your muscles. Okay, protein shake, isolate protein shake after, rest, recover, good sleep, and then do it again the next day. Hydrate, and that's how what you're doing is you're stressing, you're tearing your muscles up. Every time you work out, and then you got to repair them. And God made our body so perfect. If we'll hydrate, if we'll get protein, we'll get a clean meal in there, it'll come back stronger. That's how God made our bodies. 3, confuse your muscles. Like I said, we're doing something different every time. If you do the same workout over and over and over, you're not going to get stronger. Okay, you're not, because God made our body so perfectly. You have to change it up. You have to shock your body every time you go in the gym for growth. Okay?
So if I'm doing chest twice a week, or you can do this every other week, however you so choose. Use barbells.
Yeah,
one time, or use the rack.
So
and
here's
switch over to dumbbells.
I do the big muscle groups twice a week.
Yeah.
So I do chest twice a week. I do legs 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm doing something different. Chest, you got 25 exercises you can do for chest? I may do 4 or 5 of them on my Monday, and then Thursday I'm going to do 4 or 5 of them different. I may go super heavy Monday, super light, lots of rep Thursday, but I'm doing something different every time, different exercises.
Yeah.
And that's how I break it up. 4, don't be a sore loser. What I mean is don't let soreness cause you to quit. A little pain means you're making gains. Plus, soreness can be dealt with. By giving each muscle group a rest in between workouts, the pain subsides. Soon, you'll appreciate feeling a little sore. It's always harder and a little more painful when you're starting out, but the level of pain decreases over time. So don't give up because of pain. Now, the caveat is you have severe pain in the joints. That means you've not done the exercise properly, and you may have sustained an injury. Give you an example. One of my good buddies, David Cuevas, he's 57 years old, had severe arthritis. He joined me about 3-4 months ago. He has no arthritis now. How do you explain that, Clay? How is that possible?
Got rid of those inflammatories.
But blood flow.
Yeah.
He's moving now for the first time in 10 years. He's not on the couch. He's not parked for the whole weekend, or he's not parked every night at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. watching his shows with his wife. He's moving his butt every morning. Okay. The last one here. Circuit training is a great default. If you're short on time and you only have a few days a week to train, then exercise each muscle group, which I call a circuit. Go from one exercise to another, then repeat the cycle 3 times, 4 times. Y'all, a lot of times when I'm doing one-on-one training, we've only got 40 minutes. We only got 45 minutes. So I do a lot of circuit training too. We're always doing something. We're moving. We're never doing the same thing.
Yep, and the time it took to do this show today.
Exactly.
You could have worked out. All right, man, we're going to come back, land the plane for the day, let Anson plug the website, all that good stuff, how to catch up with him. You're listening to The Clay Edwards Show with Anson B. Walker, thewalkerlifestyle.com. We'll be right back on 103.9 WYAB. We're live here at 103.9 WYAB, joined by Anson B. Walker. His new book, Free to Be the Best Me, available now at Amazon.com, and the new Walker Lifestyle, thewalkerlifestyle.com, personal health coach, life coach, and nutrition coach website is up and running. I'm going to pass the mic to Anson to close the show out for us. Anson, the mic is yours.
Clay, enjoyed the show. I love all the topics that we hit. Y'all, I'm Anson B. Walker. I'm from Canton, Mississippi. Man, I'm a country boy just 15 miles away from here. I'm on to something, okay, and it's called really, really winning with your mental health and really, really winning with your physical health. You got to win in the kitchen as well, and I cover all that in my book. All that is covered on my website, thewalkerlifestyle.com. You can get the book, Anson B. Walker, Free to Be the Best Me. It's on Amazon. Other thing, too, I want to thank Johnny Stewart, owns Two Rivers Restaurant in Canton. He's been a sponsor of mine for a long time, and I've got a really good relationship with Johnny. I appreciate him. Y'all, Two Rivers Restaurant is just, to me, it's the best in the business as far as eating steak or seafood. It just is. Tiffany and I go there probably every other week. I just want to encourage you to do this. Nobody's in charge of your health and fitness but you. It's not the government's problem. It's not your parents' problem. It's your problem. It's your responsibility. The swimsuit girl, whoever in her life that's her guidance, they're lying to her. Okay? It is unhealthy. Okay? She's going to have diabetes here very, very soon. And that's the cold, hard facts. I've been doing this a long time. You control your health. It's your responsibility. It's your accountability. And you owe it to the people who love you to increase your mental health, increase your physical health. Y'all, I can help you do that. My cell phone is 601-927-3208, 601-927-3208. I'm Anson B. Walker. I'm here to help you be the best you that you can be in life.
All right, if you're listening to the podcast, hit subscribe and share it with a friend. We will see you tomorrow on The Clay Edwards Show.
Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. as The Clay Edwards Show discusses all that is going on in and around the city of Jackson.
This concludes our broadcast day.
Right here on 103.9 WYAB.